Hello, coolers. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We are going to start with this transfer rumor claiming that Barca right back target Thomas Meunier is willing to wait for the club amidst Inter Milan and AC Milan also showing interest in him. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about our sporting director, Mateu Alemany, as it has been reported that the Barca director have rejected a huge offer from Aston Villa to be their new sporting director. We are also going to be discussing on that report. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. The right back position has been an area of concern at Barcelona for a while now. They exploded for solutions last summer, but ultimately ended up signing Hector Bellerin due to financial constraints. The Spaniard hardly clicked on returning to his boyhood club, with Xavi utilizing Jules Koundé, Sergio Roberto, Ronald Araujo, and even Alejandro Balde ahead of him. Bellerin eventually left the club in January, while Koundé has been the anointed right back for Barca this season. However, the Frenchman has made it clear in the past that he wishes to play as a centre-half. So it becomes imperative that Barcelona bring in a new right back in the summer. Several targets are on the agenda at the Camp Nou for the same. Joan Foyt for Villarreal has been linked heavily since last summer, but the Yellow Submarines want his €54.6 million release clause to be paid in full. Benjamin Pavard of Bayern Munich was another player linked heavily, but the Frenchman seems to be leaning towards a new contract with the Bavarians. According to Sports, another name that Barcelona are looking at to reinforce the right back position is Borussia Dortmund ace Thomas Meunier. The Belgian international is a player that has been on the radars of the Blaugrana for a long time now. His signing has been explored on more than one occasion in the past, and it will once again be a subject of discussions heading into the summer. The 31-year-old's contract expires next year, so he could be available at an affordable price for Barca, while the club reportedly believes that he can continue playing at the highest level for a couple more years. Furthermore, it is claimed that Barcelona have excellent reports on Thomas Meunier, be it sporting-wise or personality-wise, and the player himself is understood to be keen on moving to the Spotify Camp Nou. Indeed, as per the report, Thomas Meunier is also attracting interest from Italian giants AC Milan and Inter Milan. However, he is willing to wait for Barcelona and their decision before considering offers and approaches from other clubs. The Belgian entourage is aware that he is not the first choice option at Camp Nou currently, but there is hope that things could align for him to move to Catalonia in the summer. To that end, he is willing to wait for Barca despite the interest from the two Milan giants. So only time will tell whether Thomas Meunier ends up making his way to La Liga come summer or if Barcelona decide to look at other options. Of course, the right back position is a position that Barca are really willing to strengthen come summer. And this is not the first time we have been talking about Thomas Meunier of Borussia Dortmund, who have been linked strongly in the past. Barcelona want a natural right back. It is no secret, even though Koundé have been the one playing most of that position this season, and he has been very solid. But Xavi wants the club to bring in a more natural right back. Koundé have always made it to the media clear that he likes to play, but as a centre back. But even though his performances as right back is far better than Sergio Roberto or some other natural right backs out there, that's why Xavi continued to put him at that position because he's doing quite well there. But if that's what he wants, Barca definitely will go for a natural right back. Thomas Meunier, according to report, is anxiously waiting but for a move to Barca, despite Inter Milan and AC Milan showing interest in him. So there's that dilemma. If because we know the finances, the issue of finance that we're going through, there's no guarantee that we are definitely going for Thomas Meunier to buy him. So the player definitely will be anxious, but he definitely needs to know that Barca are that kind of a club that they will continue to show you the interest, but can they materialize whatever interest they have in you? That is a big question. So it remains to be seen how things end up when it comes to that. If Barca will finally go back for Thomas Meunier or Juan Foyt or Villarreal or whoever have been linked to the club. Let's just see how things go from here. Then on to the next story of discussion. Journalist Luis Rojo has confirmed that Mateu Alemany recently rejected a lucrative offer from English Premier League side Aston Villa to become their new sporting director of football. Rojo writes that Villa are preparing an ambitious project plan and the presence of Unai Emery was key to their approach. In fact, it was the former Villarreal boss who pushed the Villa management to make an offer to Mateu Alemany. The Barca football director, however, was quick to reject the approach, despite the fact that it was way more lucrative than what he's currently earning at Barca. It is said that the English team agreed to double Alemany's wages, but as it turns out, money has never been or have never been his hook. The 60-year-old wants to continue his project at Barcelona at least until he fulfills his contract with the team. It must be noted that his association with the team runs until 2024, and for now he's putting his head into building the squad for next season. Interestingly enough, it remains a tricky job for Alemany, mostly because of the fact that the La Liga committee has asked the Blaugrana to reduce their salary cap by 200 million if they want to make new signings. As far as requirements are concerned, two positions need urgent reinforcements. These include the pivots and the right back slots. It must be remembered that Sergio Busquets' probable departure at the end of the season would leave Barca short-handed at defensive midfield since Xavi does not really want to use Frankie de Jong at that spot. On the other hand, Barcelona have been handicapped at the right back spot for most part of this season, with Hector Bellerin not doing enough to warrant a permanent spot. Xavi has been forced to use the likes of Ronald Araujo and Jules Koundé on the right. While the duo has been decent, the fact remains that it is not their natural position. Apart from all this, the club still has to register new footballers, and this is a task Alemany is supposed to lead. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye for now.